Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well, teach his truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth in all honesty and sincerity with great diligence to wake up the hopefully elect of Israel. And double shalom to you, Akim, that come looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, and you hold near and dear this truth. Follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. And shalom to the few Akwat, you may listen and learn in silence, play the creation role as the Lord commanded you to. We have a video of an elder Judite woman who understands that the so-called UFOs, BKA, the chariots of Israel, the chariots of the Most High, or just that, our heavenly help, man. Those are our ancestors. Those are angels in the heavens, man, and they come on our behalf, man, on behalf of Israel. I'm gonna play this video, and because this is a rare thing, man, that to be able to have the new wine in an old bottle. But she knows, man. She knows. Without further ado,
I heard so-called one president said, if it be an alien invasion, would everybody put their differences aside and help fight the alien invasion? No, because them are our peoples up over your head. And like I said, better than now, Israelite pull up a gun to shoot towards them. Nope, them is not aliens. Them are your ancestors and our kin peoples up over their head. It's not an alien invasion. They want you to think it's an alien invasion so everybody can go to try to shoot it. Melanated people is not shooting that thing. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. If anybody be shooting at that.
and that's the Israelites, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because you have other melanated people like Ham, those Hamites, aka Africans, and those Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, and the Moabites and Ammonites. But they are strictly for the help of Israel, man. The Israelites.
They gonna be y'all. Okay? So when they get on that TV talking about it's an alien invasion, no. Them are our peoples up over their head. Them are the peoples of the Most High God, the Creator. Is coming to put this earth back in its rightful place. So no, ain't nobody finna help them fight. No, sure ain't. I hate to be the one bust your bubble, but it's not gonna work. No. Cause I know y'all got fire, but I think they got some too.
I want to read this. This is Ezekiel chapter 1, and I'll start it from the top. Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw a vision of Yahweh in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity. The word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire, enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof as a color of amber. Out of the midst of the fire, also out of the midst thereof, came the likeness of four living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and every one had four faces, and every one had four wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. And they had the hands of the man under their wings on their four sides, and they four had their faces and their wings. The wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, their four had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side. They four also had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. Two wings of every one were joined one to another, and two covered their bodies. And they went every one straight forward, whither the Spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearances was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. And verse 14, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now, as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his four faces. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they four had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went up on their four sides, and they returned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. This is Ezekiel describing the angels and the chariots, man. You know, because this is our heavenly help, man. And all through the scriptures, our ancestors were getting heavenly help, man, in the midst of battles. You know, when people were coming up against them, performing miracles. You know, angels appearing to help our people in different dilemmas.
So no. The melanated people, this finna help the melanated people. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's finna help the thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. They finna help their own, his time. Tired of all these cool, all this crooked stuff in this earth. Thank you, Lord. So no, ain't nobody finna help y'all fight nothing, no alien invasion. Because your own government is supposed to be trying to pull off a fake alien invasion. But no. How that light up? Yeah, I light up. Yeah. No, ain't to be the one bush above. So, that's all I got for today. Sorry. Nope, not this time around. They ain't finna help you fight in no wars either. Ain't the bush above on that tip.
That's a beautiful sight to see, man. An elder Jake woman who understands, man, the mystery of the scriptures, the truth of the scriptures, man, that these vehicles are our help. They're the chariots of Israel, man. Chariots of the Most High. And you see they're very active in these times, man. Sightings like never before. Because as I said before in a earlier video that I've done, it's the same as when somebody raise their shirt up and show you their weapon. That's what the Lord is doing to Esau, man. He's brandishing his weapon to Esau. He's showing them like, yeah, you know, the Lord wanted with you, man, and he gonna have his way with you Edomites, man, and the rest of you heathens, and you know, I must say the 2/3 of our nation as well who can't get right. But the scriptures is full of us receiving heavenly help. Let me see. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off on this side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes, and see what is this that goeth forth. So again, he's Zechariah describing a chariot, man. And they said it's going to enter into the house of the thief, man. And Esau is that thief, man. He's that devil that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, man. And North America has the most chariot sightings, man. They're out here, man, and they just watching and keeping note, man, and they are ready to besiege this place, man, on behalf of Israel, because thus saith the Lord. And this is a part of our heritage, man. And this is beautiful that this you know, to see this woman in her older age understanding and knowing, man. And when she was speaking, you see the light get bright. The lamp that she's sitting next to, it just got real bright. Our help is here, man. They're among us. And they issue out judgments and those angels that are here to protect us. You know, they're here, man. And the Lord is showing his power more and more. Let me go to the book of Second Maccabees, because we had a bunch of helps, man. We had a lot of help throughout the scriptures, man, on behalf of Israel, man. The Lord didn't come through for these other nations. just Israel. This is Second Maccabees chapter 15, and I'll start at um, verse 12. This is about Judas Maccabees and how he was a valiant warrior on behalf of the nation of Israel, man. Went through with the power of the Heavenly Father, man, Yahweh, and smoked thousands of men, man. Even when the odds are against him, whatever, he went through, man, and he did damage to the point where the other nations was afraid of him. And it was because the power of the Lord put the spirit on him too. But this is Second Maccabees chapter 15. I'll start at verse 11. Thus he armed every one of them, not so much with defense of shields and spears, as with comfort and good words. And besides that, he told them a dream worthy to be believed, as if it had been so indeed, which did not a little rejoice them. And this was his vision, that Onias, who had been high priest, a virtuous and good man, reverend in conversation, gentle in condition, well spoken also, and exercised from a child in all points of virtue, holding up his hands, prayed for the whole body of the Jews. This done in like manner, there appeared a man with gray hairs, and exceeding glorious, who was of a wonderful and excellent majesty. Then Onias answered, saying, This is a lover of the brethren, who prayeth much for the people and for the holy city, who with Jeremiah the prophet of Yahweh, whereupon Jeremiah, holding forth his right hand, gave to Judas a sword of gold, and in giving it spake thus, Take this holy sword, a gift from Yahweh, with the which thou shalt wound the adversaries. Thus being well comforted by the words of Judas, which were very good, and able to stir them up to valor, and to encourage the hearts of the young men, they determined not to pitch camp, but courageously to set upon them, and manfully to try the matter by conflict, because the city and the sanctuary and the temple were in danger. For the care that they took for their wives and their children, their brethren and kinfolks, was in least account with them, but the greatest and principal fear was for the holy temple. Also they that were in the city took not the least care, being troubled for the conflict abroad. And now when as all looked what should be a trial, and the enemies were already come near, and the army was set in array, and the beasts conveniently placed, and the horsemen set in wings, Maccabeus, seeing the coming of the multitude and the diverse preparations of armor, and the fierceness of the beasts, stretched out his hands toward heaven, and called upon the Lord that worketh wonders, knowing that victory cometh not by arms, but even as it seemeth good to him, he giveth it to such as are worthy. Therefore in his prayer he said after this manner, O Lord, thou didst send thine angel in the time of Ezekiel, king of Judea, and didst slay in the host of the Sennacherib 180,5,000. Wherefore now also, O Lord of heaven, send a good angel before us for fear and dread unto them, and through the might of thine arm let those be stricken with terror that come against thy holy people to blaspheme. And he ended thus. Then Nicanor and they that were with him came forward with trumpets and songs, but Judas and his company encountered the enemies with invocation and prayer, so that fighting with their hands and praying unto Yahweh with their hearts, they slew no less than 35,000 men, for through the appearance of Yahweh they were greatly cheered. the Lord always, come through for Israel, man. When the men are in the right spirit, man. You know. Let me get another count. Elijah. Let's go to the Book of Kings. This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 1. And I just started from the top. And it reads, Then Moab rebelled against Israel after the death of Ahab, and Ahaziah fell down through a lattice in his upper chamber that was in Samaria, and was sick. And he sent messengers and said unto them, Go and inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron, whether I shall recover of this disease. But the angel of the Lord said to Elijah the Tishbite, Arise, go up to meet the messengers of the king of Samaria, and say unto them, It is not because there is not a God in Israel, that ye go to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord, Thou shalt not come down from that bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die. And Elijah departed. And when the messenger turned back unto him, he said unto them, Why are ye now turned back? And they said unto him, There came a man up to meet us, and said unto us, Go turn again unto the king that sent you, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord, It is not because there is not a God in Israel that thou sendest to inquire of Beelzebub, the god of Ekron. Therefore thou shalt not come down from that bed on which thou art gone up, but shalt surely die. And he said unto them, What manner of man was he which came up to meet you? And he told you these words. And they answered him, He was an hairy man, and girt with the girdle of leather about his loins. And he said, It is Elijah the Tishbite. Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and he went up to him. And behold, he sat on the top of an hill, and he spake unto him, Thou man of God, thou man of Yahweh, the king hath said, Come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of Yahweh, then let fire come down from heaven, and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven, and consumed him and his 50. Again also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50, and answered and said unto him, O man of Yahweh, thus hath the king said, Come down quickly. And Elijah answered and said unto them, If I be a man of Yahweh, let fire come down from heaven, and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of Yahweh came down from heaven, and consumed him and his 50. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went up, and came and fell on his knees before Elijah, and besought him, and said unto him, O man of Yahweh, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in thy sight. Behold, there came fire down from heaven, and burnt up the two captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore let my life now be precious in thy sight. And the angel of the Lord said unto Elijah, Go down with him, be not afraid. And he arose and went down with him unto the king. Hey, so the Lord used to send those that heavenly help down unto us, man. Let me go to the book of Exodus. 13, chapter 13. And I'll start at verse 18. But Yahweh led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up, harnessed out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, Yahweh will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in an edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. So the Lord had a chariot, man, showing them the way. And in those times, wherever that cloud went in the daytime, the people packed up and followed to be led. And at night, it was the lights, gave the people light, man, in the wilderness. So the Lord was always coming through for Israel, man, and those chariots are well known back then as the chariots of the Most High, man. The Lord used them to lead the people in the wilderness, man. He took up Enoch, translated him. Elijah was taken. The Lord was those chariots always been around us, and they being shown more and more today, because the Lord is about to send judgment on this place. That movie Independence Day shows it perfectly, but they want to put their alien spin on it. Those are the angels, man, and you won't be able to fight against them. Like the Elder Judite say, oh, y'all might got some fire, but I think they got some too. Yeah, man, you can't fight against the power of the Lord, man. That's a death sentence. I'm going to jump to the book of 2 Peter. Chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 5. It's the 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. And it reads, and spare not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Right, the Lord came to Noah and instructed him what to do. Build the ark. Grab two of every kind, He came through and saved him and his family, man, for the flood, so that the earth could be repopulated again. Verse 6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those after should live ungodly. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord sent angels, man, to bring Lot up out of Sodom and Gomorrah. You know? And when Lot got up out of there, the city was destroyed. Those 5 cities was destroyed. Verse 9, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. You know, so the Lord sends that heavenly help down on behalf of Israel, man. And we about to see a miraculous feat that the Lord is gonna do, man, in this place, in this earth, man. He's gonna take these chariots and gather his elect, man, from across the 4 corners of the earth. And it proves that these elite devils, man, they know exactly what's in these scriptures because they put it in their movies, man. The Independence Day 2 had a humongous ship come and sit on top of the earth, man. It made the earth look like one of those balls in a pinball machine, man. The fathership, they know about this, man. They know that they coming to deliver us. Well, I'm going to go to the book of Psalms. Um, 68. This is Psalms chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Thou hast ascended on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord Yahweh might dwell among them. Blessed be the Lord who daily loaded us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. Selah. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord belongeth the issues from death. But Yahweh shall wound the head of his enemies, and the hairy scalp of such as one goeth on steel in his trespass. The Lord said, I will bring again from Bashan, I will bring my people again from the depths of the sea, that thy foot may be dipped in the blood of thine enemies, and the tongue of thy dogs in the same. They have seen thy goings, O Yahweh, even the goings of my power, my king in the sanctuary. The singers went before, the players on instruments followed after, and amongst them were the damsels playing with timbrels. Bless ye Yahweh in the congregation, even the Lord from the fountain of Israel. For the Lord is going to come through with these chariots, dismantle this place, fuck these heathens up, 2/3 of our people, and gather the elect, man, from across the four corners of the earth, man, and set them back in their homeland, which is Jerusalem, man. The Lord is visiting this place. And those chariots or the chariots of the Most High. Not aliens or monsters or whatever, man. It's Israelites up in those things. And they coming to wreak havoc on you, Esau, and you wicked. Hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Kwame Asharala and the Bible Ball.